Welcome back to Just Weirdly Blended.
I'm Tom.
And I'm Jesse. And I'm going to shut this door over here. There we go. I was like, oh shit, it's going to snag me. And you're just going to see me go, whoop.
I am not ready. I don't even have my headset.
Look at that. Tom
Man.
is slacking, y'all.
I thought I was ready.
I know. We're like, talking, are we ready? Let's get ready.
I even started the damn thing. I'm like, you ready? It's going. And then I don't have these on or anything to say. You go, welcome back. You go, shut the door. I just sit there.
You're like, I can't hear you.
I can't hear a thing. I didn't know it started. So.
No, we hear ourselves in these.
I can hear me talk.
The only shitty thing is
this is more about feedback.
Yeah, but no, what kind of sucks though is sometimes we'll hear it, and for us, we hear things good, and then we've had issues sometimes with our like audio.
Where it doesn't sound the same. We didn't hit the right input
it's
or
using
whatever.
It's using the mic on the laptop or whatever.
Which all things considered, it has a pretty good microphone.
Really?
Because there have been times that it wasn't near us at all, and it actually sounded pretty
when
good.
we had
Dalton on?
Dalton. I was going to call him Dylan.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dalton.
We need to follow up with him, too, because I think he has some more interesting stories.
I'm down for some
that he
more
can share.
UFO stuff.
Yeah.
There was like a whole UFO thing. I think it's not a convention, but like a hearing on UFO stuff. I think
really?
A while back. Yeah.
Well, I know. Yeah. A lot of not data, but information's been coming out.
And there's NASA's, and I only heard this on a podcast, so I'll just briefly mention it just because. But I don't want to be biting.
Full disclosure.
But it was there was a story. I guess NASA is like sending digital, basically like nudes into space in hopes like aliens will see it.
Oh, they weren't probing before. They're going to start probing now.
Yeah. So they did.
So whose nudes are they sending?
This is just a digital like recreation of like a human. So it's not like anybody
like the anime porn shit they put on the.
They should some hentai.
Whoa! Break out the earth. Not take me to your leader. Take me to your nude women.
Yeah, they're gonna go to YouPorn.
So take me to Pornhub.
Like, I don't know. I don't know what the point of it is.
Well,
I didn't look into it. I just heard it today, and it just made me laugh because I'm like, that is hilarious.
How
is that
weird
true?
would you feel if you were like scrolling through a porn site and all of a sudden you saw actual aliens in there?
They got alien porn.
I know. I'm not saying I've seen it, but
yeah, they got some.
I'm just saying.
I guess there's I don't know. They got porn for everything, really. But
yeah.
No, I thought that was weird.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Hey, to each their own. I mean,
I would love for little aliens to be coming.
Do you think his eyes are big now?
He'd be like, oh, right.
I think I just broke this thing.
No, it like twists in.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry.
It'll be all right.
All right. Anyway,
hey, Goodwill special.
It's pretty neat though. I like it.
But yeah, man. So how was your week?
Yeah,
I didn't ask you in the car. I don't think.
Oh, it was all right. Uneventful for the most part.
Right. School's almost out here soon in about a month.
We have less than that. I think we have 16 days left of school. I'm not counting or anything, but
16 days, 3 hours, 42 minutes.
Too.
I mean,
yeah, technically,
who's counting?
If I tune out now, I'll be. No.
How long is summer school?
Summer school is 4 weeks long. But of those 4 weeks, you only go 3 days a week. No, 4 days a week.
Oh.
But, I mean, you really don't go that much. It's like half days. So 3 hours a day that the kids are there.
Well, that's cool. So, because normally, like, when you get not laid off, do you get, like, unemployment? Is that how that works?
What you make gets extended throughout the year.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you get this annual salary, but instead of it being just through 9 months, they divvy it up where you don't get paid for everything that you work.
Oh, okay.
So then during the summertime and spring break and winter break,
money.
you continue to get the same paycheck, which is nice.
I mean, it's I'm not even going to lie. That's kind of cool because, like, you ain't working. Like, shit,
I don't think I would be disciplined enough if they paid me that lump sum throughout the year to manage that to make it through summer. Like,
do you get paid monthly?
Yeah.
Oh.
once a month. That's the only part that kind of stinks, but
That'd be tough.
it's not bad now because Blanca gets like these staggered paychecks. So now we kind of
Is she still working 2 jobs?
For now, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, till we pay the taxes that we'll then have to pay more of next year because she's working more. So
I was thinking about getting a second job.
Or yeah, really?
Yeah, Alicia wants to quit her job.
So you're gonna get 2 jobs?
So I'll do. I want 2 incomes still. So if I got to work, I'll fucking work. 2 jobs. I was looking at like Winco shit.
So why does she not want to work anymore?
She just, she's stay at home mom. She likes that.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But she's gonna keep working. But she just would
if
prefer.
The option were
yeah.
There.
Oh yeah. Yeah. She likes staying at home, taking care of kids. But I'm always like,
it's hard in this modern era to not have 2 incomes. Like you got to make.
Oh no, we did that for 8-9 years.
Yeah,
we were together. It was just me.
There's no way. She and I both like money too much. There's no way we could manage.
Well, I like money, but
I hate money.
I like living too, though. I like not. I don't know. People out there, it's a nice comfort to know, that you ain't living paycheck to paycheck.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes, and like there'd be times when I was like younger, and even when it was just me working, where I'm about to use my card, and I'd get like almost anxiety that it's gonna go through.
Yep.
And I managed what I could, and I'm not the best at money management, but
regardless, if you don't make that much,
certain bills are getting pulled out here and there, or just random things come up. You know what I mean? So it's like you can't. I don't know. I know they say have this much saved for a month.
You should live off of half of what you make.
Well, that's great.
Yeah,
if you make a lot of money.
So me and Alicia, like we're doing so much better now.
Yeah.
Like that, and I got like a better job.
Uh-huh.
So I'm making better money now.
Right.
But like before, it was pretty tough because I was working at my last job, and I was making $17, I think $20 at the most. I think it was. But yeah, dude, it was tough.
Yeah.
I hated that shit, man. That was the worst feeling. Like,
right.
And then it'd be like decline. I'm like, son of a bitch.
God.
And then
I had that happen.
And then you get like the banks really love when you do that
because they get $25 or whatever
every time.
Single time. So when
Hapo, was it Hapo? Hapo, yeah, they did me dirty once.
I didn't know.
I thought I had it set up. I thought I had it set up so it wouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kept going. And one day I was like, dude, is there any way you can take some of these off? Because like you just took like $150, $200 because a couple things just went through all at the same time. And I'm like, how am I going to pay? Obviously I'm the idiot. I should have managed my money better.
Well,
you learn.
$25 a pop.
Come on.
When you're a long term, like I've been with Hapo since I was a child. My parents got me a bank account when they opened that Hapo down on Union.
Yeah.
So, I mean, went to the 90s, obviously. So
that's cool. I was with my first bank was Washington Mutual.
Oh, I was with them.
I think it was my first bank when I lived in Seattle.
Them, though.
Yeah, they really. I was young, like, dude. I sucked at money management because I grew up, and I think this is something they got to say. They got to say. I think this is something they need to teach in schools, and they might. But I think they need to teach money management because I think it's important for kids to learn. Because my mom wasn't good with money, right?
Yeah.
And if she was, I mean, I never got taught anything,
right?
So some of the stuff was just on the fly, just learning and not being an idiot and buying crazy stuff. And I don't do that now. I don't like to spend money.
But
I'm very like
it's easy to get stuck in that. Yeah.
Well, then you go into the store all the time, so we've learned to make a list and stuff because you're going to the store. Oh, I gotta run to the store real quick.
Yeah,
I'll be right back. I gotta roll to the store,
and then it's $120 later.
Yeah,
it's all junk. Yeah, I know.
But yeah, man.
Yeah,
fun times. Money management. We're getting real serious economically here, people.
we're a show about economics.
All right, thank you guys. Come again.
Your life. No, I did. It was interesting. I saw this one thing that said. I don't remember who it was. It's like Susie Orman or somebody like that.
Oh yeah, good old Susie. I don't know who
said,
that is.
If you Blonde, older lady, short hair. Anyway, money lady.
You just described a lot of old white ladies.
I think average middle-aged white mom, grandmother of young grandchildren. Anyway, she or somebody, I'm just going to give her the credit, said if you start saving in a Roth IRA at 25, you'll be a millionaire by the time you retire. If you wait 10 years, you're going to make about $300,000.
Damn.
On that same money.
I wish I would have done that.
So, right? I know.
I don't have that's the one thing. I don't have like a Roth IRA or a 401. Like I have like, what are they like
a pension or something?
With my company, I have a
savings
stock
plan
or savings plan thing. Yeah.
Oh, maybe like a stock option type deal.
It's something like that.
Like a certain.
It's not like it has a whole lot. I should just look in our Roth IRA and just spend the next.
The earlier you start, the better.
Oh yeah.
I'm
truly, 40 years old. I'm going to be fucking struggling.
Hey, better than. Well, I don't know. Greeting at Walmart's probably not that bad, but like.
I'm not too worried.
Better than that. But, Yeah.
So I'll have to work on that.
Yeah. Well, I was looking on the old phone and surprise, right in the eyes. Apparently, the TV game is changing rapidly.
I know when you said that, I was thinking like I thought at first you said TV, like your TV was out.
Yeah, it sounded like I said somebody murdered my television, but no, my TV is fine and it works quite well. But there was a article about how the television networks, they used to like go all out to advertise their upcoming like fall right? And it was a big deal. Well, this is like the first year that they're fully acknowledging, like, it's like no one's gonna watch this shit anymore. So, like,
it's true.
And there are some shows that I think people still watch, but by and large, I mean, I can't tell you like a comedy on a regular network that I've watched in the last 5 years at least.
I can be honestly tell you, I haven't watched network TV in forever. I don't ever watch. I mean, either I'm watching something on YouTube.
Blanca likes to watch American Idol is what she's been watching lately, which I could do with.
Yeah, see, I don't watch American. Idol. Me and Alicia will watch The Voice, right?
Yeah.
They replay that on Hulu.
They do, and that's how we watch.
It's so much
exactly, and so you really don't need the network, and you can watch it whenever you want. Yeah. And the thing about like TV is so restrictive. Like you're on their schedule, you're gonna watch when they tell you to,
and then you got to listen. Then you got commercials,
and then you got all these stupid commercials,
bro. Commercials. How annoying is it now when you're like on YouTube, Facebook, or any of those, and all of a sudden a 15-second ad pops up?
Yeah.
You get so annoyed. Back in the day, you're watching Full House, you're watching something, and you got commercials all the time, and you don't care. It was all cool. And now when I see it, I'm like, God damn.
Seriously. Well, it's like
I don't want to watch this video. There's an ad.
The nostalgic old 80s commercials were so great. And you got like Pizza Hut followed by friggin' like Toys R Us Kids commercial.
Oh yeah.
Like
Toys R Us gone.
Cabbage Patch Kids. Like, it's all this like happy for us. Our parents were probably pissed.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's something about old TV that just makes me so happy.
Oh, dude.
But new TV just pisses me off. And I feel like the intelligence level that they anticipate as an audience is so much higher on streaming networks than it is on TV networks.
Yeah.
I feel like TV networks treats us like we're like the kind of smart chimpanzee or something.
Yeah, like, oh, that's a good one.
I mean, they dumb everything down so much. Like the thing that pisses me off about really even The Voice, and I really do like The Voice because of the way that they structure it.
Oh yeah.
The gimmicky shit.
Oh yeah.
It pisses me off when you know that they staged it and they act like they didn't. How fucking stupid do you think we are? Like
it's so cringy
it's
too.
Corny and it's stupid and it's pointless. And what it is they've got to A, fill time, and B, they're looking for levity. Yeah. And so they're like trying to play this thing, but to someone like me, maybe it works for a lot of people. So I'm sorry if I called you an idiot. I shouldn't have, but to me, it just seems really stupid and pointless.
Oh yeah.
If you're actually listening to it for the musical side of it and like, oh, this person has talent, or like, I like what they did with this.
That's what I listen to.
But like when they bring the person on that's obviously horrible, like Fox used to be awful with that when American Idol used to be on Fox.
When Simon.
Oh my God. It was just like they did that to just berate people.
Oh, dude.
And I just didn't like that aspect.
And the crazy thing is like most of the time I'll know and maybe because I turned into a judge too, you know. Obviously, when I'm watching.
Me too.
I'm
Their treble sounds amazing.
Baritone,
garbage.
He sucks.
I love their song choice. I really love what they did with it. They were owning the whole.
That's a terrible song choice, you know. You do stupid, you know. Like you turn into a judge.
I was at least as good as Ellen.
Yeah. Like we'll do. Me and Elisa will do that. We'll just all look at blah blah blah. But no, it's that. Okay, I lost my train of thought there. Okay. Anyway, so what it was is they'll bring Joe Schmo and they'll tell this story, whole long story, and I'm like, well, he ain't getting picked.
Yeah.
He'll go and sing. And it's not like the cool thing with The Voice. I like that they don't like just throw these randomly terrible singers.
Exactly. They don't make a point out of a bad singer.
No, they're literally looking. And there's been times where, there'll be someone good. They don't turn or whatever. Yeah. But no, like they'll do this long story about this person. And then I'm like, yeah, they're not getting picked. Their story's too long.
And then they cry.
And then they sing for like 30 seconds for whatever reason. That person only got like 30 seconds when this next person gets like a 2-minute set. I'm like,
can you sing another song? I gotta hear that godlike voice again.
I know.
It's like angels chirping in my ears.
Everyone's the winner too.
Yeah.
I like how they sell that.
Yeah.
You're probably the best on my team.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I'm gonna tell the next guy too, but hey.
Yeah.
No, but it's more positive.
It is.
I like that. It's just that gimmicky shit. I can't take it. I feel like I'm being talked down to, or like I'm being treated like an idiot. And it's like, I think American Idol's worse about that.
Dude, I stopped watching American Idol. I
think it's better now than I think it used to be.
I don't know. It got
that
terrible.
America's Got Talent show.
Sucks.
I can't fucking stand it because half of it is just like gimmicky shit.
Who's the host on that?
People I actually like. Howie Mandel's on it.
Well, no, I'm trying to think who's the like.
Terry Crews, I think. I like Terry Crews.
I didn't like Nick Cannon, whatever he did.
I just don't like him. And I think
I can't stand him.
In fairness to Nick Cannon, it's probably because I really like Dave Chappelle. And he had that whole skit about fuck Nick Cannon. I love Nick Cannon, Daddy. Fuck Nick Cannon. He doesn't buy your school clothes.
Yeah. I don't know. I just never been a fan of Nick Cannon.
I haven't really either, but I love Mariah Carey's voice. I kind of hate Mariah Carey.
I don't like her either.
She has a really bad personality, in my opinion.
I've heard.
I think she's too into herself. Obviously, a little too much of a diva.
Yeah. No, I've heard she's a pretty big diva.
I'm like, I don't like how
from the insiders.
For ugly people, we call assholes. Pretty people we call divas, and that's somehow a positive thing. I don't see how it's a positive thing to just,
she's a bitch.
Think that you're better than everybody else. Myself, but
a diva's a bitch.
That's you're a fucking bitch.
Is that diva?
Yeah, I
pretty much.
Mariah Carey, bitch.
Tom, when I come on this podcast, all I need is this microphone needs to be gold. Because that's disgusting.
And I need a certain water and
I need the arm at a 42.5 degree angle.
I can't even. There's no way I could hit any note anywhere near. She's got a craft. I give her credit. One of my favorite Christmas songs. All I Want for Christmas Is You. Music.
I just don't want you, Mariah Carey.
I just don't fucking want you. Okay.
I'm not a big, and I'll probably get murdered for this one. I'm not a big Beyonce fan. And I really
like Beyonce. It's weird.
As a person, I think she's actually a pretty good person.
I really like Beyonce a lot.
I don't care for her music. I
don't know what it is, but tomato. Hey, we all like what we like.
It's something I've never really been a fan.
Right. I'll watch her dance.
I won't go into it.
I'll watch her dance.
I won't say I might have requested at her wedding that no Mariah Carey gets played. Or no Mariah Carey, no Beyonce. I might have requested that.
If you play all the single ladies, I'm fucking out.
Oh god, I hate that song. And I think it's the tone and the beat. And I don't know, something about it. I just can't stand it.
Probably something that they're going to be like, you're a total asshole because this is why it's great. And blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It just doesn't sound that good to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got our opinions. Everyone, we have opinions.
Other guy, I absolutely hate Kanye West. His old stuff that he produced. I like the music.
Oh, he had some wonderful albums.
Never have liked him because he's an arrogant prick, I think.
He has some pretty good. He has some pretty good, older stuff.
He was really good. I think he was really good at making
very good.
He wasn't a great lyricist, I wouldn't say necessarily, but I really enjoyed the mashups that he did.
Yeah.
And yeah, like that Diamonds Are Forever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what his version was called, but
I know what you're talking about.
I really liked, like whatever the album was.
He had the one, was it the Graduation?
I think it might have been the Graduation.
Or is it Graduation? I can't remember.
I can't remember
it's
either.
Something like that.
But there were a lot of
it's a really good album.
Cool songs on that. So like I give him a lot of credit with that, but then I don't know.
I heard his last album that just came out.
Comes out, yeah.
And I didn't really care for it. I've tried to
I think it's kind of one of those things. I think maybe he's gotten a little too crazy. And he got to make an album because he has the name.
Yeah, he had a good sound back in the day.
He did. He really did.
I don't know.
I always laugh though, because a lot of the times he would like, instead of like really good lyricists won't repeat a word, he tended to repeat words a lot.
Oh, okay.
Like his lyrics weren't always the strongest. They weren't awful, but they weren't like, oh man,
like, oh dude, that was awesome.
It usually just so talked deep. His song instead. There was like really no like, I don't know, da 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 da. Like you have to say kind of like da da da. I don't know. Anyway. But I'm not going to beat up on Kanye because that honestly gets into mental health, which is something that we care a lot about.
It is.
I don't think it's a secret that the guy's not super healthy. Right
yeah, he has some mental health
right? And
stuff going on, I think.
On that aspect of it, I wish him really well, and I hope that everything goes well in his life and he doesn't suffer.
I mean, he went through, he's going through divorce.
There's a lot of
that's not easy.
Nasty stuff going on.
I'm sure that'd be a one, but I wasn't like,
But you weren't rich and famous and crazy.
I might be crazy.
Fucking nuts at the time.
I'm definitely not rich.
Going through it.
Semi-famous, maybe. We might have got recognized today.
We aren't sure. A guy I've never seen before gave me a fist bump and said, "Oh," and like I played it off.
I thought you knew him too.
I played it off really cool and nice. Like, yeah, hey man, what's up?
Well, the way you played it off, I was like, oh, you know this guy. And then he looked at me and he's like, hey,
and neither one of us knew who the fuck he was. So it's like either he knows us from the podcast, or we're somehow related. Neither one of us recognize him.
Yeah, I don't recognize him.
No, I didn't at all. But very nice, very nice.
Shout out to that guy.
Shout out to you, whoever you are, and if it's from the podcast, keep listening. We would love to run into you again.
People share,
like, subscribe, mash that like button.
Yeah, the bell.
Bing. Yeah, click the bell here.
Yeah, I don't even do the bell thing.
That's all right. You guys can ding your own bell, right?
Yeah, ding your own bell.
You can. Isn't that an old song? You can ring my bell.
Oh God, I hate that song too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
dude. And there's a song, and I think I've mentioned this on the podcast before. It's called "Oh Sheila" or some shit.
Oh Sheila.
Oh God, I can't. I hear it on the radio all the time.
Really? Is it like a newer song? Or
no,
an old song.
Oh, it's an old song.
Like what genre?
It's probably like 80s pop. I don't know. It sounds like Prince is singing.
Oh really?
I can't remember who sings the song.
Sheila.
She like, oh Sheila. I don't get me to remember it because I don't want to. Because it'll get stuck. Kids have heard me sing it.
I'm really hoping that you sing that song.
The kids, maybe after this.
Sing no.
But yeah, coming back to TVs though. Yeah, TV game's gone.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh yeah, for real.
Dude, I just remember. Yeah, dude, sitting down, TGIF.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Family Matters.
God, it's Friday.
God, I love that.
Family Matters. What else was
I
on
love
there?
Family
Step by
Matters.
Step, right?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't that on there?
That was a Full House, I think, was part of it.
Wasn't Full House Sunday?
I don't remember.
I think Full House was a different night.
But
the one I really remember is Family Matters.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Did I do that?
Did I do that? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. What else was on
We always
there?
used to laugh, though, because Carl would always be in so much trouble.
Yeah.
Right? The mom, what was the mom's name? Harriet.
Yeah.
Oh, Harriet. Harriet would always be pissed at
Prince
Carl.
might have been on there.
And then Carl would buy her like a necklace or something. She'd be like, oh, Carl. And be all happy again. Remember that?
Yeah, barely.
Man. Oh, I watched
that just how it is now. Like your wife's mad and pissed, and so you buy her something. She's like, "Oh my God,
happy wife, happy life."
Right?
Yeah. I ordered Blanca. I pissed her off the other day.
Is that when she texted about the podcast? Bring that up, huh?
So anyway, I apologized to her, and I said, hey, I texted her. I was like, I'm really sorry. I know that you did this last night, and let me get into that story. I'll lead into where I was going with it, I suppose. So the whole issue was, I got home from work, and she was tired. She said, I'm going to go lay down. And I said, nah, no problem. So she went and laid down. When she got up, I was getting tired. I was just going to like kind of nap on the couch. She said, no, why don't you go lay down in the bed? I said, okay. But lately I've been like passing out for a nap and not waking up till the next morning. I'm like going through this phase right now where like, I guess I'm really wiped out. So if I fall asleep, I can just sleep forever. So I told her I don't want to sleep forever. So wake me up in like an hour or whatever, please. So anyway, long story short, Elliot ends up waking me up and he's like, Daddy, you were going to play with me. I was like, okay. I've kind of like been meaning to play with him, but it just hasn't happened.
As a parent, kind of that thing happens. Right. Sometimes you lose track.
So I was like, yeah, let's go play. So we played however long of like his little video game. Mm-hmm. And then it was time for him to get ready for bed or whatever. I don't remember if it was that late or not, but anyway, moved on. I knew she was outside, but I was kind of like, well, I'm just going to kind of chill out here a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I sat on the couch. Usually I go out and help. Yeah. I'm really good about that.
Was she like doing yard work?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Typically I'm the one that will go out. Yeah. She's getting a lot better at that as, we're getting older. She's just doing yard work outside. I mean, like she's, all credit to her. I'm not saying that I'm the only one.
Yeah. I got you. But
traditionally, I would be the one doing the yard work.
Same.
And so I just was kind of lazy and sat on the couch. And I don't remember if that was what, I'm going to get in trouble again probably, but I don't remember if that was the part that got me fully in trouble. But I know what ended up really getting me in trouble was the fact that I, in her mind, lied about that. Because in my mind, so like this is
so what do you mean? What did you lie about?
She's right that I lied, but I'm going to ask it this way. Is it stupid lies that men tell, or is it just that
we tell some
we're getting
lies?
Tricked? Bear with me. Because
could be both.
I can go into it not thinking something logically and then come to the realization that's probably what I was thinking on some level. And she's pointed it out and she knows that that's what it was. So I'm in trouble. So there's a part of me that's like, is it me being too stupid to realize that wasn't it, getting talked into it? Or this time I knew she was outside and I avoided her. Yeah. And I didn't want to get in trouble.
Because you didn't want to go outside and do yard work.
I was tired.
Yeah, I get you.
And she said, her argument was, if you just told me that, I wouldn't have been upset. But the fact that you lied about it and let me do that and then pretended like...
Did you tell her you were going to go outside?
She says I did. I don't remember saying, I'll go out and help you. The way that she says it, I said I would.
Oh, okay. In a roundabout way,
so I don't
across to her that maybe you would.
Apparently, and she just said typically I would.
Yeah.
So the way she first brought it up to me, what I first thought the issue really
Your Honor, so now you're saying I would. No,
I'm going to look at the jury, and
she does it so much
all the time.
It's so funny.
But an Amber Heard reference there. But anyway, so I was just. I didn't want to go help in that particular time. Usually I do. And I felt bad about that. But she made it sound like, she was like, so you didn't even care where I was? Oh, I'm like, well, I care where you are. She's like I could have been dead. And like, I'm pretty sure the dogs would have been flipping out if you were dead. She's like, how did you even know I was home? I'm like, well, the car was in the driveway. She's like, I doubt you looked at the car was there. Yeah, I did, actually. But it was like one of those things. She's like, I want to know where you are all the time. And like, I don't mean to say I don't care where you are. And then she's like, so I can just disappear and go wherever I want, do whatever I want, anytime I want, and you won't care. And like, that's obviously not what I'm saying. But that ladies. Wasn't really the issue. See, I think women need to be a little more honest in that aspect of it. Like, tell me what's really wrong.
She was just more mad that you just didn't come out and help.
But I should have been honest with her, and I agree.
She'd be like, hey, you know what? I'm staying inside.
I should have, and she said, and I think she's right. If I had just said, yeah, hon, like I'm really beat today, I just don't feel like doing anything, she probably would have been okay with it.
Yeah, probably.
But
air quotes.
Anyways, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. So I thought, anyway, so back to the original story then. I apologized and I ordered her, I was going to be sweet. So I ordered her a drink. The only thing I could get on like Uber Eats or whatever at that time was, I got one of those pink drinks at
The Starbucks?
Starbucks.
Pink drink?
Don't know a lot about them, but
no, it's called pink drink.
Yeah, I got her one of those. Good. I got her the big one.
I like that one actually.
I had it delivered. $20 later, I see the guy is going to pull up to the house, so I pull up the fucking camera, and I see Louie walking out the door with the pink drink. Her mom, Blanca's mom.
Oh,
like what the fuck? So I wasn't going to text her. I'm like, I almost did. I'm like, no, fuck it. Like I sent my apology. I sent a gift. So you don't even reach out to me.
Did Louis take the drink?
Blanca thought I didn't replace it with a special milk. Blanca's lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
So she assumed it was real milk. I specifically ordered coconut milk for it.
Yeah.
So later, when we were in talking terms, we had a conversation. I go, so I guess you didn't like the drink. She goes, well, I figured it had like milk. And I said, well, I ordered coconut milk. And she's like, oh, crap. Yeah, I just gave it to my mom. Like, well, it was $20, but okay, whatever.
The pink drink with coconut is actually really good.
I'm sure it was.
It's better.
I'm sure it's delicious, but she wouldn't know because she didn't drink it. So I'm not bitter at all. But
no, I get it.
No, like, I mean, I think I did lie. I think I did.
I think as men we do that sometimes
just to not be in trouble.
We do.
Truly, like it's just
that's
it's not
why
that
we
I
do
mean to lie. It's just I would rather not have, or I'm afraid. Because I got, in all honesty, and my side of it, sometimes the reaction is different based on the day. Well, I mean, sometimes the same thing is going to get a different reaction on a different level.
Yeah. So no, because I think as men too, like you said, not that we're afraid of our women. Because
I'm terrified.
You know what I mean? Like it's not like
terrified.
It's not like we're scared they're going to do something, but we don't like. No one likes to get in an argument, and all of a sudden,
Well, so
you lie sometimes, right? To avoid an argument,
definitely.
But so I get where you're coming from.
But her argument is it makes it worse.
It does. It does. Because I do that sometimes with Alicia.
Right.
Like to avoid something, so I'll like white lie about it, but then obviously I'll come out and say it, or she'll catch me because that's usually what happens, right?
All right.
Catch you in a lie.
Yeah.
You're like, damn it. And then they get kind of mad.
Yeah.
Like the other day, so me and Alicia got into a little something.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the kitchen, and granted, I get where she thought this. I was on my phone. I was watching a reaction video. His name's like Knox Hill. He does like music reactions and stuff. So I was watching a video of his, and I was sitting there, and then I hear her coming, and then I was going to get an ice cream cone. And so I'm holding my phone, and then I like shut it off as at this point she was already almost there.
Yeah.
So I turned my phone off, and then she gives me this look like, who is she?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I was on my phone. Like I'm not texting nobody, like,
right.
And she got mad. She thought I was, I don't know.
Yeah.
Texting some
chick.
chick.
See, I get that too, because sometimes I'm just like, not even like embarrassed because it's something worth being embarrassed about.
Yeah.
It's just like, my nerdy little thing or whatever, my stupid thing that I'm like,
so I turn on, and I get where she might have thought that looked suspicious, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I pulled my phone out, and I'm like, well, look,
right.
I'm like, I was on YouTube right here, and here's the text. I don't got no text. Like,
see, I'm pretty sure Blanca just looks at all my shit. She like, I don't even care. I'm like,
and I was just like,
look through
anyway. And then she comes in the room. She's like, the truth will come out eventually, or the truth will come out of the light, or something. I don't know. Whatever
the truth is out there, Jesse,
or whatever that saying is. Like what's in the dark comes to light. Kind of shit.
God,
whatever that saying.
Yeah.
And then I got mad, and we were just mad at each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all because of something as simple as that. Like, I get where she came from.
That wasn't a lie, though. You didn't tell a lie.
No, but it was one of those moments, though. As a man, like, you do something so small,
right? But some things that women get mad at, like, I wouldn't get mad if she just like.
That's how I am. I would have
like that. I would have not even thought about it.
I would have. To me, I'm like, look, I know you ain't. I don't care if you do that, like.
But sometimes that turns into like you intended to do this, like and then it's like, well, no. But then sometimes after a while, it's like, yeah, I think I did intend, I guess, to do that.
I don't know. I would just like, hey, I'm sorry if you thought something,
anyway.
But I wouldn't do that. And blah 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 blah. And
well, she's gonna get mad too that I'm even saying that maybe sometimes I'm just tricked into thinking that it's like I'm lying. But there are moments where I think. because I start off pretty pissed and pretty like righteously like, yeah, fuck that. And then by the end, I'm like, oh, wow, I was so misguided. Like, how do you go from both extremes? Like, either I'm really stupid or I'm really stupid. One way or the other.
We're stupid eventually.
So,
come on,
anyway,
we don't know how to do anything. You see commercials.
I know.
Man.
It's gotten better. It's gotten better since more men have been staying home, I think. We're not total idiots when it comes to taking care of a house.
Well, now it's funny because it's like a role reverse thing, right? Mm-hmm. So now it's like in the commercials, it's like the women are the out doing construction work, and the guy's got his little pink backpack and he's doing stuff
and sneezing because he can't keep his his bowels are letting loose.
I gotta shit myself.
When you got acid, heartburn, indigestion.
Oh my god, the diarrhea something never gets old.
Diarrhea. Bob and Tom talked about that. It almost made me lose my shit. I was like, yeah, we talked about that too. We actually beat them too talking about that.
Dude, that's the funniest because it's like, that's that guy probably did try out for American Idol.
Right? You know what you'd be great at? You'd be great at something about like a diarrhea commercial. I think that's what you'd really rock at.
Yeah, because you suck at singing.
Because you sound like verbal diarrhea.
Yeah, he took that shit to heart.
Diarrhea.
Take that, Simon.
This one's for Simon Cowell. Simon has an interesting story, actually. If it's the correct story,
I love Simon's funny to me.
Didn't he lose everything in like his early 30s and was broke, living with his parents, and then he built his empire after that?
Maybe. I wouldn't be shocked.
I heard that. I'm gonna say that's accurate
because he was a producer or something like that. All right.
Mm-hmm. Another guy that's interesting we brought up, Howie Mandel. I've always wanted to know. He has children, right?
I think so. I know he had super OCD.
Yeah, and he's a germaphobe.
Yeah.
The guy that's an intense germaphobe. How did he have sex to conceive children? He won't touch someone's hand, but he'll stick it in a pussy.
I mean, it's a good
feeling.
I
guess the drive is pretty strong. They go,
He was in a full body condom suit. His wang was dumbing out.
And then he had to artificially inseminate afterwards.
What if he did?
He could. All right. And Howie, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just asking.
No, I'm
just asking. You know, it's something I've always wondered. Like, you have extreme, like,
he wasn't even. He just knuckles.
Right.
People.
The fist bump, right?
So you're gonna fist bump? What if someone else?
Yeah. So he fist bumped. Would he fist his wife?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm curious how that works.
I don't know. Maybe
one of the most enlightened question of the day: would Howie Mandel have sex with his wife?
Good question. I'm gonna Google that.
Oh man.
Hey Google. No, I'm just joking.
Hey Google. Did Howie Mandel?
I better even say that. It'll fucking pop on my phone and be like,
Howie Mandel artificially inseminated his wife.
What if he did?
I don't know. Howie, please reach out. Tell us. The people want to know.
Curious minds are wondering.
I want to circle back real quick to the TV is dead idea.
Yeah.
So Nielsen is the group that does all like the data tracking for the television stuff. So did you get their survey?
I did once.
Did you? I got it this year and it was like really cool because they give you $2 with it. And they're like, if you return it, you get $20. Cool. So I did it. They actually gave me $20.
Oh, then no, I didn't, because I would have remembered getting $2.
Yeah, they gave $2 with it. And they're like, if you return this, we'll give you like money, like $20. I was like, well, I mean, what's it to me? Sure. But they're reputable. Like, I looked them up to make sure it wasn't some kind of like fraud thing. Like, give us all your information, which they didn't ask for any. They just asked you to rate TV and like if you watch TV and how much you watch, which I was like, barely any. And we spent a lot of time on TV, but we barely ever watch television. So that's where we like right in line with what everybody else said. Yeah, it's shit.
Well, so, it is like you said, I can't think of any show or anything that I'm just like so excited to watch.
And I can't stand I feel like network television, again, it's just like, not only does it talk down to you, but it's all like in this box. Like if I'm going to watch NCIS or like any of those police shows,
they're all NCIS.
You already know what is going to happen. It's like, we've talked about these before, like a Hallmark movie. It's like the same plot, just a little different setting, little different character.
Yeah.
Same fucking thing over and over and over. It's like
they have the nerdy hacker just
exactly.
Things out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're the same character structure, the same arc, the same everything. It's just you know, like we're gonna put this name here, and it's gonna be or it's
NCICS Miami.
Fucking Seattle, and all the trees are palm trees.
Yeah, get out of here.
That drives me fucking nuts. And like, try a little bit, okay? Like, try just a tad.
I would love to go to Seattle and see some palm trees.
Flat out said like there was a Seattle bus and police car, and the background is complete Hollywood palm tree lined streets. It looked like Los Angeles. Everything about it, not one thing looked like not one thing looked like. Well, I mean, the tent city
was
looked
it
a
wet?
little bit. No, it was dry as shit. It was hot. It was sunny. It was sunny.
Definitely not.
And it was
Seattle.
supposed to be December. No, just kidding. But it was like
as we rep our Mariners stuff. That's kind of funny.
Seattle. Yeah, I couldn't take it though.
Old logo.
I know that one's really neat. I actually think they should bring that back. The upside down trident. How cool is that?
I loved it.
Yeah. So what's the god with the trident? What was his name?
The blah, blah, blah. Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman. That's right.
Like Poseidon? Yeah.
We should be the Poseidons, not the Mariners. The Poseidons.
This doesn't sound as cool.
It doesn't. Mariners actually does sound pretty cool.
Like Griffey.
Nice. Ken Griffey Jr. He came back and retired.
I was so happy when
that was cool.
Yeah, I know. I loved watching Griffey.
Yeah. Oh, the old times. Ken Griffey Jr. Jay Buhner was on the team back then. Randy Johnson. Randy Johnson fastball. Alex Rodriguez. I mean, he kind of sucked when he went to New York. I kind of hated him a little bit after that. But
because he didn't do it for the money, but he went for the money because he went a lot. Fucking money. Well, he actually went to Texas. Then he went to
he went to the Rangers, didn't he? When the Bush family owned the Rangers, right? Didn't George W. own the Rangers?
I think so. But yeah, he went to the Rangers and then he went to New York.
By the way, did you hear George W.'s gaffe this last week? He was speaking at his presidential library, and he goes, you know, he started the Iraq War, and he's like, it's really unfortunate in this world where a leader just single-handedly can start a war in Iraq. And he goes, I mean, fucking whatever, wherever we are.
Yeah.
And he was like, oops.
What are you going to do?
I Impeach love George Bush. I mean, like, I'm kind of glad he's not president anymore because that whole Iraq thing was kind of a shit show, but he's funny. He's a nice guy. I like him as a human being.
I don't know much.
I don't know that much, but I just know he seems funny.
He does. Maybe he's down to earth. I don't know. He's just probably an idiot.
I mean, yeah, he just strikes me as the guy you could watch a football game with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He seems cool.
I'm the president. Now watch this fucking drive. You remember that one? When they were asking about like some terrorists, and he goes, they're going to be fine. We can kill their asses. Now watch this drive. And he hits a golf drive. Yeah. Look at that. Fucking cowboy.
Fuck, I miss golf.
I know. Yeah, you got to heal up.
I know.
Your wrist to my fucking knee, man.
We're fucking getting old, people.
I'll be the wrists. You be the legs.
I know.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if I can hit a golf club still.
Yeah,
if I hit a golf club, I can hit one. I just can't hit a golf ball.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
But yeah, TV, dude.
Fucking whatever. TV, man. It sucks. Everybody watches. The thing that pisses me off, though, is like all anybody watches now is like network news.
I don't even watch fucking news.
Well, we shouldn't. I don't think, because that stuff is just tearing us apart. But that's what people really watch. If they watch anything on television, they just turn to like the news networks and they watch 24-hour news bullshit.
Yeah.
Or
we can't even trust the news anymore.
No. There's no way you can fill 24 hours a day with real news.
No.
So they have like half of it's commentary. It's not news. It's just people talking about their thoughts on the news and acting like they're the expert, right? Drives me fucking nuts.
Yeah, the news sucks.
But in recent news, monkeypox has come to strike the earth. Monkeypox.
So you looked that up, huh?
I looked it up, and I heard it on the radio, and it's a story on NPR. I think NPR or one of those.
So humans get that?
So it's very common in, I guess, somewhere in Africa. It was really common in monkeys, of course, that's the name, and in like rodents. But somehow they think maybe it's jumped into a way where it's transmitting in an unknown way. That's what's concerning them, of course, because now we don't buy masks anymore. So
yeah.
But anyway, I don't know, but they said like it spread in Canada and they found it somewhere in Europe, and they don't know if it's like through. They know it's human to human contact of some kind, but they don't know how. If it's like airborne, if it's.
I mean, is it deadly or what is it?
No, it rarely is it deadly.
Oh,
so it's not, but it's gross. It's like a bad version of the chicken pox, and it can be on your balls and stuff.
Gross.
Like it can actually, like, one of the areas you'll get these pustules is on your genitals. So they're wondering if it's through like sexual contact now, which we have another fucking married. STD. Seriously. I lived my life without him. I don't ever want to go back.
You got the monkeypox STD?
Oh no, he's got monkeypox. Can you imagine?
How strong do you got to be to catch a monkey and fuck it? Do you ever see that Dave Chappelle?
About AIDS.
Yeah. I love that one. Nah, man, I'm gonna sit here and chill with my monkey. I love that stand-up. I remember watching it.
That
I
was
just
pretty good.
Cracking up so hard.
Man.
Fucking monkeypox. That's kind of scary.
It sounds scary, doesn't it? I mean, the pox part doesn't, but anything with monkeys is not good. Do you remember that movie that they made?
What, Outbreak?
Outbreak, yeah. Outbreak, where they...
that was Ebola.
It was Ebola. That one was Ebola, which makes it really scary. Sorry, 1 second.
No. I have a question. It's going to be more serious. Not serious.
Well, hey, let's move on to serious stuff. I'm moving out of the shot here for a second.
Yeah, he's just getting a brewski. So I'm in the Dads Assisting Dads group in Facebook.
Yes, responsible things, yes.
You know. And it's cool because, like, you'll get dads asking questions. You'll get, people
looking
just
for
saying
advice or help.
that and just random stuff. So it's like, it's a cool little group. But this one, he had a question out there. His name's Roy Jr.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should have said his name, but yeah. And then basically, but he's basically saying, as a father, sometimes you got to be tough, right?
Yeah.
And but he says every time he tries to be tough, he ends up looking like a dick, right?
Yes. Okay.
Which is standard. He was wanting to see if anyone else went from like being a passive person to assertive, not aggressive, but like more assertive within their lifetime.
Yeah.
If you have, please coach me.
I have. I don't know that I have any advice. Is he worried that he's coming on too strong?
Well, I think he's feeling like I think I kind of know where he's coming from.
Okay.
He's feeling like a dick because he's probably not that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He's not used to being the bad guy, and so when you are the bad guy, sometimes as a parent, like,
is he the bio dad?
It didn't say. It didn't.
Because
we'll assume he is.
If you're bio dad, yeah, I think that's very different than being like a step parent. Because you do have to be a little more cautious, I guess, in those waters.
No, I think he's bio dad. I think he's just wondering, like, has anybody ever made that jump from being like? And I'm a very low key. I'm very low key, very like very calm most of the time. Just I kind of go with the flow kind of situation. So I had to make my jump to be sometimes more assertive,
right?
And so you do feel like a dick though when you are.
Well,
and I think that's for me. I think that's where he might be.
Does his partner support him when he?
See, I don't know. I just had to.
That's another question I'd ask him though. Is like,
are they saying he's being a dick, or is he just feeling like being? You know what I mean?
We'll get a little mama bearish if I actually get tough with my kids, which kind of pisses me off. But
no, at least he does.
I get it, but at the same time, like there is. I think you were so right in what you said about owning it. Like. It's really hard when you don't feel like it's genuine from yourself.
Yeah.
You almost like second guess yourself. And it's like, I don't know if I want to, like,
just gotta be confident.
Nice people. Like, we're pretty nice people. I think we tend to like put ourselves, I don't know. I get not after them, but like, I don't have the confidence always of like, I'm right. I'm so right.
Yeah.
Right. I'll be like, yeah, I don't know. But with my kids, like I've gotten to the point where it's like, no, fuck that. Like if I think that's wrong, it's fucking wrong. If you don't like it, sorry. Like, get your own house kind of a thing. And you got to get to the point where you're comfortable with that. Like I've kind of gotten there with my students. I don't obviously say, fuck you. I got like, get your own fucking house.
Go get your own house.
But like if you piss me off, like you're going to have a consequence and I'm not going to feel bad about it. Like and that was kind of your choice.
Like, and I think that's where he's coming from. I don't know for sure. I think I want to just follow up with this question.
Yeah.
To ask a couple questions. I did add a fact that sometimes, for me, I I'm not like aggressive towards my kids, you know, but I am assertive, and the kids will attest. Like when I use dad voice, it's
right.
Jay, and I've said this before. My son has said that I'm, and it sounds bad, but that I'm scarier than mom, and it's because I'm not always, you know, mom's normally the hammer,
the
right?
aggressor.
Right? She's not the aggressor. She's usually the you know, hey, get your shit done. Do this, do this. Me, I'm more like
a little more laid back,
chill. And so when I do need to be assertive, and I have been told, like, you know, I come across as a dick because it's not normal.
Right.
It's out of the norm to see me that way because that's not who I am normally.
Right.
You know, mom's always mom. So
there's strength to that, though.
You know what I mean?
I think it means a lot more if you're not just like yelling at them all the time, you know? Like today I had an issue at the end of our day. There was a kid that really made me upset. Like really just very rudely for a first grader. I wasn't going to let him out on time because they weren't acting
That's why
correctly.
You're dumb, Mr. Parham.
And almost this kid, I won't name the name, but I have a student that I said, we're not leaving until you behave the way that, you know, I was telling the group because I had multiple kids talking and off task. And
JJ hates when that happens.
Well, yeah. I mean, it frankly, if as a teacher, it pisses you off. Like, you guys know the rules, and there's like more of you misbehaving than are behaving. And so I made just the statement, you guys aren't leaving until you show me what I need to see for us to leave.
Yep.
And one of my students goes, well, I'll just let the vice principal know when I miss my bus that he can call him back.
Oh, geez.
I actually raised my voice and looked at her and said, you're going to miss your bus because of the way you're behaving. And if you don't stop, you definitely are going to miss your bus. So knock it off.
Did she knock it off?
I was so angry. She looked embarrassed. And I don't want him to feel embarrassed, but it was rude to the point of like, you need to be stopped now.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you got to.
I was not happy, and she needed to know it. And the other kids needed to know it because, I mean, it was kind of that like, like, what are you going to do about that thing? Yeah.
Susie got fucked up.
It got shut down real quick.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I was hot. I was like that. I've never really been mad.
If you was a grown-ass man talking to me like that,
I'd pop you in the mouth, though. I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, you have some guts.
I can.
So, I mean,
well, you know, and I was talking to Lisa about this. Kids today have this, and I blame the internet. They're very entitled. Yes. They have this entitled feeling like the world owes them something. And frankly, the world don't owe you shit, right?
No, but the modern world, I think, has implied that it does.
You know, like now, you know, like kids are so woke or whatever. Even young kids, first graders, you know.
Yeah.
I love my son to death. That kid can be a little smart ass, you know.
They all can.
Sometimes it's funny. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's hilarious. But other times, and this goes for, you know, our kids, they're just very, sometimes they just get this
hair up their butt.
Hair up the butt. This like feeling of entitlement. Like they are deserved. Well, if you can do that, like Alicia took the days off of work. She wasn't feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you can take day off, I'm not going to school. I'm like, yeah, you're going to school. Well, no. I mean, why do you get to stay home, but I can't?
Because she's an adult.
Exactly.
That's what we said. The bills. She buys all your shit. That's why she gets to.
Yeah. Like, it's called sick time. Like,
that crap pisses me off.
I always go, well, when you get older, then you can talk about that, but you're going to school. No. JJ was like having this big fit about not going to school. I'm like, you're going to school. No. I'm like, okay, this is what's going to happen if you stay home. You're not watching TV. You're not doing this. I got some stuff outside that need cleaned. I need some weeds pulled. So please, I really hope you want to stay home because I'm going to work. Well, I'm going to work you, you know, like this ain't going to be fun and games. And he's like, I'll go to school.
Yeah, it's easy at school. I'll go to school.
You know, because you know, I don't know. There's this entitlement in kids nowadays that I don't think it was there when I was a kid. Maybe it could have been, and now I'm as an adult.
It's hard because like as a kid, I don't think we'd see it the same. But I don't remember kids like flat out lipping off to the teacher. I don't recall that.
No, you'd have one or two here when you're older, you know.
But now it's like much more common. And I do think kids have been hurt by the pandemic. I think like this particular group, I think has really been hurt by the fact that they were so young.
Yeah.
So they have a year that they kind of have to catch up
but
on some of the social skills.
Internet shit.
But there is a lot that they see online that's not positive.
Well, I mean, you're on YouTube most of your day when you're home or whatever. Now you're going to see
what
some
is rewarded
shit
on YouTube. Like, I filled my bathtub with Skittles.
Yeah.
And then the thing got clogged, but I'll just call the repairman.
Yeah.
Kids and that stuff's like, it kind of bothers me that that's normal life to everybody. Like, there's no sense of like, oh.
You know who has to fucking pay for that?
Yeah. Well, and not everyone can eat Skittles. Like, there are countries where they would just like food. And these people are filling the bathtub with Skittles. Like,
that kind of makes me mad. Man, I love Skittles.
Empathy, right? I hope he didn't eat them after his naked body was in them.
Gross. But, they make brown Skittles.
This one's like chocolate. I don't put M&Ms in this bathtub.
That fucks your day up like
I had another
shitty Skittle.
Speaking to your point, I have another kid that rarely will truly apologize. Like, constantly will accidentally hurt people. Like, won't do it intentionally all the time, but
have
like
some respect.
Someone will be angry because so-and-so pushed me or so-and-so hit me like this. And like, no, I didn't. And then it's like, well, I did, but I didn't mean to. But you did, and it hurt their feelings. You need to apologize. And it'll be this like, I'm sorry. Well, today that person got hurt. And when the kid had to apologize, he actually said, for what? He wanted to hear, why are you apologizing to me?
Oh, hell
So
no.
I stopped him and I said, I want you to think about what you're saying right now.
Remember this moment.
Because you and I have had this same conversation several times where you have hurt someone and you said you didn't mean to. Same thing she's saying now. You want an answer because your feelings are hurt. When you do that to somebody else, you have to understand their feelings are hurt just like yours are.
Life lesson.
Come on, guys. Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, it's good that you're teaching these kids that.
I'm trying. I just feel like it's the same conversation over and over.
And I can't say this. I don't think, I don't know. Not all parents are teaching their kids this stuff, right?
Unfortunately, all the parents I work with are great.
Yeah, I'm not saying your class, but I'm saying in general.
Yeah. No, there are definitely kids that are either taught the absolute wrong thing or aren't taught anything.
Well, that's right. That's what I'm thinking is they might not necessarily be taught the wrong thing. They're just not being taught.
Right.
They're okay letting it.
It's almost being taken for granted that these kids actually need guidance.
Like, I know someone who lets their kid cuss. I don't really. Obviously, I cuss and my wife, we cuss.
Yeah, sure.
And we don't do it like crazy. I cuss more on this podcast than I actually do at home.
Yeah.
I'm not. The kids always get on me when I cuss. But when our kids swear, if they don't swear, but if they were ever to swear or they say stupid, we hate that word, like we're always no. So I couldn't imagine having a kid just cussing. Hey, what's up, fucker?
Yeah.
Be like, excuse me? Like,
fuck you, you piece of shit. I'm just kidding, Dad.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Clean your room. Oh, go fuck yourself. Got you, man.
Dude, if they want to see me pissed, that would give me pissed. If they were serious.
I don't think we'd ever cuss. I think he'd be too nervous.
JJ's the same way. Cheeky. She doesn't really.
I can see her maybe pushing it a little bit.
She'll say damn here and there. But we even get on her like, hey, it's not okay to talk like that. Like,
shut your fucking mouth.
When you're public, like
yeah.
You don't want your kids. You don't want people. Yeah, you gotta have respect. And I think a lot of kids are lacking respect nowadays.
This is true.
You know what I mean? They're not being shown.
It's that entitlement. It is. I mean, really, it does boil down to like our kids being shown respect. Like, when's the last time you can remember it being a point to be respectful?
No, I don't. Like, like you're taught that when we're growing up,
right? I know from like at least in Blanca's family, she says it's a Hispanic thing, which I think it is. But I didn't grow up in a Hispanic family, so I don't know for sure. But in her family, at least, kids will not talk back to adults.
Oh no, they'll get capped on quick.
Yeah, you want to see a family that's not afraid to smack their kid a little bit, not beat them, but But they're gonna
even now, right there, you're worried because nowadays
this is the problem, and I don't think kids should be beat.
Mm-mm.
Do I think it's bad to backhand a kid that's stepping on a line? No, I would never do it. I wouldn't do it to a student. I wouldn't do it to my son. But if I had a kid that was so out of control that they thought they could say anything, do anything, it didn't work to tell them I was disappointed. It didn't work to take their toys away. The only thing that they were afraid of was a little
butt whooping.
I would spank their butt until they stopped. I wouldn't beat them. I wouldn't leave marks. I wouldn't, like there's obviously reasonable levels.
Yeah, you're
I
not
spanked
going,
Elliot.
I see red.
Right. I'll see red. No, but like, I think it's like, maybe it's the ownership of your feelings or something like you were talking about earlier. I don't know, but like people just aren't doing it anymore.
They're not.
And you don't have to with every kid. I think that's really important too. Like not every child needs you to get to the point of spanking to learn the lesson. If you don't have to spank, don't.
And I actually had a conversation sort of with Elena on, not on spanking, but on how kids are different because I have to talk to her different than I do Cheeky, right? Or JJ. I'm like, well, no, I'm not okay with you doing bad in school, but for me, I have to talk to her this way because she's more responsive.
You don't need me to take your phone away for you to get it and do better.
Yeah.
Where somebody else might need that. Or
something where it's just, there's just, I don't know, the kids react different. So it was actually Alicia I was telling. I was like, like Elena, I can, I have to have a certain way to talk to her because I don't want her to come think, because she's very literal. That kid can be very literal. So I don't want it to come across that way. I just need her to know where I'm coming from. This is it.
Right.
I need you to do better. Mm-hmm. You're doing a great job. Just don't be so hard on yourself. Do this, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. The other kids, maybe you got to be more direct.
Right.
Or a little more assertive. I don't know. Mm-hmm. There's just, I don't know. It's just like with adults, there's certain adults you can talk to a certain way than other adults.
Adults and kids are no different.
I supervise
kids,
adults.
You can't tell adults.
You supervise kids. I supervise adults. And so it is pretty much the same because there's times I have grown-ass adults that I'm like, come on, man.
Yep.
You're a grown-ass man.
I had paras that worked for me. They were full-grown adults. We had students that we worked with, and you had to manage both. And sometimes I would have rather dealt with the kids than the adults. Now I worked with good people.
Well, no, I get it.
People get in arguments with each other or they're having issues. And you just
sometimes adults are worse.
They're worse because they're not used to being told or to being asked to do something differently. So when you ask them to, it's like an affront. Or some adults are still freaking bullies is the reality. Nobody ever really taught them. So they just still behave that way.
Until a bully gets popped in his mouth.
This is true. What stops a bully? The small kid breaking a tooth out, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to do that again. Nobody can. Like, this is my issue with the modern era. And this is the thing that, like, I don't advocate beating children.
No.
But when I was young and living with my parents, I was probably high school age. And there was this kid, couldn't have been older than maybe like 6th grade. Mm-hmm. Didn't know this kid from Adam, right?
Yeah.
My dad was driving. I don't remember if I was with him or if he just told me when he got home, but he was freaking pissed.
Your dad?
Because, he had a Suburban at the time, and it was older, but it was really nice. He took care of his vehicles.
It's your dad.
You know my dad.
Yeah,
it was waxed, washed, clean. Yeah. It was in good shape, and it was, it's a Suburban.
Oh, yeah.
New, old, whatever. They're worth a shit ton of money.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't like his stuff fucked up. This kid was going to throw a rock at him for no reason or do something. Oh, I forget what it was. Or he grabbed onto the bumper, which my dad's also about safety. Mm-hmm. So a kid grabbing his bumper on, like, he was driving, the kid was like on a bike or on like a skateboard or something and grabbed his bumper to, like, he pulled by it, and my dad stopped and got out and said, "Hey, let go of the car. You're going to get yourself hurt," or whatever. And the kid basically told him to fuck himself and, like, "I'll fuck your car up." And my dad said, "You better watch your mouth." And he said, "If you touch me, the cops are going to come." That's the problem.
Well,
that is the problem. I don't want adults to.
It's going to take them a few minutes to get
shit out of a kid. But the fact that kids know you can't even grab them by the shirt and call them on it.
Yeah.
That adults literally are afraid of the child because the system does not support any sort of discipline.
Yeah.
it's disgusting.
It is.
I'm not saying my dad should have kicked that kid's ass, but you ought to be able to, you know,
back in the day,
to grab a kid and say, take me to your parents.
Back in the day, it didn't matter.
See,
like anybody could whoop you because, you know, they used to allow whippings in school. My cousin, when we were in the 6th, 7th grade, I remember him coming out of the office and he's like teared up. My cousin was a big kid. Like even now he's huge. Because he got a paddle in school.
I don't think that's okay. I like that, no, but at the same time, there are some kids I disagree with.
It's just a whole different. It's different now. So
right, you would never get away with it.
My neighbor is a sheriff. He's one of the sheriffs, you know, and he was telling me like he gets calls sometimes where the kids, my mom's hitting me, whatever. Well, he's gone to like places.
So they have to go to domestic violence.
He has to go. Well, right? No, he goes there and he'll get the story and he's like, okay, well, what are you going to do? He's like, well, if you were my kid, I would have whooped your butt. You can't, because the kid was being like totally like
disrespectful
out of hand,
and awful.
You know, whatever. And so, he once he got the whole story, he was just like, no, it's not okay for you to be this way. Yeah. And it's not okay that you called us because of something like that.
You need to behave.
Yeah.
And you're lucky your mom didn't do more.
Yeah. Because they took the door off of her room or something. I don't know. It was this crazy story.
You know what a fucking door is? It's a privilege.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, this is what's legally required. You can't really harm your child.
No.
You have to clothe them. You have to feed them. You have to provide a house.
I got to clothe my kids now. Feed them.
Big speech. No, but I mean, like, obviously, parents that love their kids want to provide more.
Of course.
But when it comes down to it, you're responsible for their general well-being.
Yeah.
If your kid's being a fucking asshole, they don't deserve toys.
No.
They don't deserve a TV.
Yeah.
They don't deserve fun. They don't deserve anything but what you get in prison.
Yeah.
And if they don't like it,
prison.
If they don't fucking like it, then shape up and do what I say, because you're not the boss. I am.
Yeah.
The problem is there's a lot of parents that either are tired, they work shitty schedules, so they're not there, or they're shitty parents.
Yeah.
You get the three. And I feel for the two. I don't feel for the third.
No, shitty parents.
Because you know what? It's going to fucking suck to have kids. You don't want them, don't have them.
That's the thing.
But have them.
Like they say, kids aren't asked to be brought in this world.
No.
We do it selfishly and bring a kid into the world. But if you're going
to teach your child that they're going to get a reward for being a dirtbag,
that's not doing nothing but
why do the rest of us have to make up for that issue? We do because someone's got to.
Yeah.
It'd be really nice if the parents would do it. If your kid's being an asshole to you, you need to step up and find out, what do they care about? What do they love? I guarantee you find their Achilles heel, they will do whatever you say.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what? Don't give them the iPad so that they leave you alone. If they're misbehaving, to get the iPad. It doesn't make any sense. They start doing stuff because they want you to hand them the iPad so they can play it. And you want to give them the iPad because you don't want to get bothered by your kid. Yeah, they're going to continue to be a shithead to get the iPad.
Yeah.
Don't give them the iPad.
It's just going to grow into something bigger when they're older.
See, exactly. And then they go to jail. And this is the problem, is like there's no intermediate. We even talk to police all the time. When I worked in a behavior program, there are kids that had real trouble.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, you can't do anything about it, really. You can try to intervene, you can try to support and do all these things, but the police can't do anything until they're old enough. And when they're old enough, they're treated like a criminal.
Yeah.
There's no real way to learn, and they don't take it seriously, because when they do have an interaction with the police can't do anything. So they learn, their neural processes are constantly being reinforced. Nobody can do anything. I can do whatever I want.
I can do anything.
There's no consequence to anything.
That's
a dangerous world to live in. And we have a lot of forces now that are looking at that as a solution to a lot of things. And
I was beat. I was beat as a child. No, I got spanking. I never got like punched in the face or anything crazy.
I got spankings. Yeah.
I got spankings, and
my dad would always grab the belt and act like he would, but mom wouldn't let him hit us with the belt. So it was always an act, and we'd just be like,
"Oh, Dad!"
We'd laugh a little, which I shouldn't have. I'd really piss him off.
Yeah.
But
like we've talked about that before. Like, I don't know. I don't spank my kids, but I'm not against spanking them if I need to. But my kids are good enough
when he needed it. There was a time that he was like hitting me to be funny, and I said, "Are you joking or are you not?" This is recent.
Oh, yeah.
And he wouldn't tell me. And finally, I told him, I'm going to spank you if you don't stop, or at least tell me if we're playing or not playing. He kept doing it. And I think he was irritated, but he was pretending like he was playing. So I swat him on his butt, and I didn't do it soft.
Yeah.
And it shocked him. And he cried. And I told him, you think I want to spank you? I don't. I warned you I was going to spank you. And it was because of what you were doing. And I asked you to tell me next time, you're going to tell me, aren't you? And he said, yes. Next morning, woke up like a peach. Yeah. He got up, did everything I asked. And I don't say beat your child so they do what you ask. I'm just saying if the circumstances are reasonable and it serves a purpose of educating, if your child in that moment needs that to get the lesson, it's not the end of the world.
It's not. You're going to go, my mom would be beating us and
here you go again.
And she'd be like, I'm doing this because I love you. Stupidest thing ever.
Well, I would say
love
that,
you.
You think I want to do this?
Yeah. Why are you smiling?
Slams you in the wall. You're kind of getting off on this, aren't you?
Like, holy shit.
Wow.
No,
it's got some rage.
No, she would say that. She'd be spanking us. You think I want to do this? Move your hands.
The sad thing.
I was just like, I'm like, I don't want to get hit in the butt.
Mom,
and now I have this fetish. I love being spanked. I'm just kidding.
I love when you're told I'm loved when I'm getting hit. It just turns me on.
Yeah, it'd make Alicia do it all the time.
Spank me and call me a bad girl.
Tell me I'm your bad boy. No, but I think there's discipline, and I think there's a level to be allowed. Yeah. I don't think you should ever beat your kids and punch them, close fists.
You don't need to scare the shit out of your child that they're going to die.
No, I don't like your child shouldn't be afraid of you. So when I say my son he's not afraid of me. He just knows I sound scarier.
What he realizes is if dad looks mad, I really crossed the line.
Yeah, when I'm mad, I'm mad. Like this is not cool. Go to your room.
Right.
And then I'll go in there. Alicia's always like, just let him. I'm like, no, I need to go in there because I have to talk to him. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting good at like going in there when it does happen. And I'm just like, hey, the way you're acting, like it's not okay, man. Right. Like this is not cool. There's consequences to your actions. I'm sorry. Keep this up. This is what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And I remember he was having this huge fit one day. I was just like, he had his TV in his room and stuff. I'm like, you don't need this TV in here. Mm-hmm. I was like, so please give me a reason to take it out of here because I would love to.
Right.
I will take it out right now. Mm-hmm. Give me a reason. And he's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm just saying, like you keep doing this. This is what's going to happen. Right. I'm not going to care that I took your TV from you. It's nothing to me. Mm-hmm. So you never done anything ever. It worked. Well, because I'm not joking. I'll take it.
It's funny though. I mean, you'll find with kids if you don't follow through,
they'll just keep doing it.
I have again back to some students I have like they will push the limit until the second I say, "Give me your behavior card. I'm going to write a note to your parents." No. What did you choose to do? You were smiling a minute ago. Now you're sorry and you're not going to do it anymore. You didn't care when I warned you. Now that it's beyond warning and I'm going to write it.
Do you still write them?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Your kid's being an asshole.
You can't. No, well, you don't say that.
I know.
But they hate it when you call them on their crap and you say your mom and dad want to know and they have a right to know.
Yeah.
And they hate it because they don't, for whatever reason, I've been pretty consistent with it all year, but they think that they can.
Yeah, it's
push
kids.
It.
Kids like to push.
They do. And
that's how kids
This is kind of funny, though, because once it's too far,
like,
no, tell my parents. Well, they're not going to kill you, first of all, because your parents are nice people. I know your parents. But it's just like, it's just
you don't know them.
And
there's a dark side to my parents you don't know about.
Yeah. You don't know. They beat me. They took my door.
They took my door.
They took my iPad. They took my television. My iPad. I did have this poor little girl. She was like, she was having a hard day. Not today, but a while ago.
Yeah.
And she's like, she really screwed up. And I was like, kiddo, you can't do that. And you know what the consequence is. Like, I was like, I'm going to lose my Switch again. That sucks. Like, sorry.
You better switch that attitude.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Speaking of Switch.
How about you switch that attitude so you can keep your Switch?
Man. It's funny. Oh,
yeah. I don't know, man. Kids,
it's good stuff.
Kids crack me up.
I
love those little mother effers.
It's hard not to love them. They can get under your skin a little bit, but
they can. That's what's
fun.
crazy.
I had one like sweet because I had to kind of like raise my voice and get on my kid at the end of the day. And I kind of told the group, like, some of you guys really did not meet expectation today. A lot of you did. So if you are one that knows that you did a good job, you should feel good about that. If you know that I was talking to you at some point today, come on. Like, we're almost second graders. We can do better.
Yeah.
One of my little girls, she's very sweet. And at the end, she goes, I'm sorry, Miss Prom. I said, honey, you don't need to apologize. You were one of the kids that did not give me
That'd be something like JJ.
Today, right? I just like, you know that you do the right thing.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to apologize.
Yeah, JJ.
The kids that walked by and didn't apologize.
That little motherfucker needs to say sorry. No,
you ruined my day.
JJ's like that kid. He doesn't, he'll come, he's like, oh, kids were just being so loud in class. It's so annoying. Because he's such an old guy.
That's my problem too.
JJ's like,
yeah.
He goes, oh, sometimes I hated the lunchroom. It's just so loud.
Yeah.
It's just so loud in there. People just talking. I'm like, Jesus Christ, kid. You know you talk loud too.
I'm trying to read my articles.
I'm trying to read this
paper.
To read
the paper and I can't focus. Me and Jim are trying to play a game of chess.
I know. I don't know. The kid's good though.
That's funny.
But I don't know. I think that's all I got.
That's about all I got. Monkeypox, TV's dead, stupid life.
Monkeypox, that's fucking crazy. I gotta
watch your genitals, folks. If you start getting fucking pox on your stuff.
No, honey, I swear.
It was the monkey.
It's a monkey.
No, it is a little scary.
Worse.
They don't know how it's like. It was really direct contact to like an animal that was giving it to people. Now it's just spreading.
Maybe
to people.
Dave Chappelle's right. Maybe someone fucked a monkey.
I think someone fucked a monkey.
I think so.
And now it's rampant through people. You thought COVID was scary. Wait till your genitals flare up with monkeypox.
That's disgusting. All pussy and stuff. What? Yep.
You want to get a lockdown.
You ain't getting much for a while.
All the adults start getting genital warts.
Like, how long do you think it'd be before your wife would even want to do it?
Ugh.
Even after you're like healed up.
I'm good, honey. I'm good.
She's gonna be like, no, I'm good. Yeah, I don't know. Like, all I picture is your pussy pubic area.
Pustules. Just say the word pustule. Oh, it'll make you not in the mood. And they used it. And they're like, they turned the pustules, which then turn into, you're like, okay, shut the fuck up. You say sore one more time.
I know. Like, I just picture the nastiest thing possible. Yeah. All right.
Anyway,
you guys have a good week.
For tuning in.
We love you.
Good time.
Oh, my finger slipped off the